Everyone, my name is Muhammad Akid Iskandar bin Muhammad Rusti from SMK Bandar Seri Damansara 1. Today, I would like to present my project for the Borneo International Innovation Creativity Competition 2026, and my topic is about salinity intrusion. Salinity intrusion happens when salt water from the sea moves into freshwater rivers, lakes or underground water sources. This usually occurs in coastal areas where seawater pushes inland. As a result, freshwater becomes salty and unsafe for drinking, farming, and daily use. This problem can affect both people and the environment. There are several main causes of salinity intrusions. First is climate change. Rising sea levels push seawater further inland. Second, droughts and heat waves reduce rainfall. When rivers have less fresh water, seawater can enter more easily. Third, excessive water extraction also contributes to this issue. Overpumping groundwater near coastal areas allows salt water to replace fresh water. Besides that, mangroves destruction is another cause because mangroves normally act as natural barriers against seawater intrusion. Lastly, tidal changes such as high tides and storm surge increase the movement of salt water inland. Intrusion in Malaysia. First, Malaysia's sea level is rising by around 3 to 5 millimeters every year. This increases the risk of seawater entering freshwater systems. Second, about 29% of Malaysia's population lives in coastal areas. This means millions of people are vulnerable to water-related climate impacts such as salinity intrusion. Another important issue is the Sungai Selangor River system. This river supplies water to many areas in the Kelang Valley, including Kuala Lumpur and Selangor. If salinity intrusion or pollution happens in this river, millions of residents may be affected. Salinity intrusion also gives serious impacts to Malaysia. One major example is water disruption incidents in Selangor. In one case, around 1.197 million people were affected by water supply disruption. This shows how vulnerable Malaysia's water system is when river quality is threatened. Besides that, agriculture is also at risk. Studies in Kuala Selangor show that saltwater intrusions threatens important rice-growing areas. This may reduce crop productivity and damage soil quality. In terms of river water quality, Sungai Selangor recorded a water quality index or WQI of 81.5, which is classified as class 2. Meanwhile, Sungai Langat recorded a WQI of 77.0, which falls under class 3. Salinity intrusion is not only happening in Malaysia. It is also a global climate and water crisis affecting millions of people around the world. According to the United Nations, more than 2 billion people worldwide do not have access to safely managed drinking water. Salinity intrusions makes freshwater shortage even worse in coastal regions. In addition, global sea levels are rising at about 3.7 millimeters per year due to climate change. This increases the risk of seawater entering rivers and other groundwater sources. Lastly, nearly 40% of the world's population live near coastlines. This means billions of people are exposed to problems such as saltwater contamination, flooding, water insecurity, and agricultural losses. Salinity intrusions gives many negative impacts to humans and the environment. First, it causes water supply problems. Saltwater contaminates freshwater sources, making the water unsafe for drinking unless it is treated properly. Second, salinity intrusion damages agriculture. Salt can damage crops such as rice, vegetables, and fruits. Over time, farm soil may also become infertile. Third, ecosystem can be destroyed. Freshwater, fish, and plants may die because of changes in salinity levels. Besides that, communities that depend on fishing and farming may suffer economic losses due to reduced productivity and income. Lastly, limited access to clean water can increase hygiene and health problems among communities. There are several ways to reduce and manage salinity intrusion. First are nature-based solutions. For example, restoring mangroves can help reduce seawater intrusion naturally because mangroves act as protective barriers. Second is better water management. We should reduce groundwater overuse, monitor salinity levels regularly, and improve water conservation practices. Next are engineering solutions. Government can build tidal barriers, improve drainage systems, and construct freshwater reservoirs to protect water sources. Finally, climate action is very important. We need to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, promote renewable energy, and strengthen climate adaptation planning for the future. In conclusion, salinity intrusion is not just an environmental issue. It's also a threat to water security, food supply, ecosystems, and human health in Malaysia. If we do not take action now, future generations may face serious water shortage and environmental problems. Therefore, protecting our rivers and coastlines today means protecting our future tomorrow.
This project gives strong awareness about the growing issue of saltwater intrusion and its impact on water security, agriculture, and the environment. The explanation is clear, supported with useful diagrams and real-world examples, making the topic easy to understand. I am impressed by how the project connects local issues in Malaysia with global environment challenges. The proposed solutions such as mangrove restoration and water conservation show creativity and responsibility towards protecting future generations. Overall, this project has a meaningful positive impact and successfully highlights the importance of sustainable water management.
That is all from me. Thank you for listening to my presentation for the Borneo International Innovation Creativity Competition 2026. I hope all of you gain a better understanding about salinity intrusion and its impact. Thank you.